did that all come about? What made you decide to run with that, and what was the thought process of creating something new and something fresh, something different?
Um, well, it came up because, I was pretty generic, kind of like first few years of me wrestling. I was pretty generic, just like, okay, this kind of cruiserweight wrestler, trying to be technical or whatever. And then it's like, I need something extra for myself. Let me do um, something that is kind of me, you know. And it was funny. I was hearing whenever I got out to the ring, I started to hear stuff like, "Hey, it's Bruno Mars, it's Bruno Mars," things like that. Oh, I hate your music, Bruno Mars. And I was like, this freaking, these guys. And it was funny. I was even hearing like Bruno Mars like before wrestling, and I was just like, and for a while I was just like, I do not want to do Bruno Mars. I do not want to. Even when people told me I should do Bruno Mars in wrestling, I was like, I don't want to do it. And then I saw when he came out with that 24 karat album, Bruno Mars, and then he came out like with like the jewelry, the Versace, with the shades on. I'm just like, all right, he has a lot of like drip and stuff, and man, I'm really liking his look, and I'm like, I mean, I like nice things because like you know I like to go and splurge sometimes, and I like nice things, and I was like, I should kind of lean into that a little bit, and I should go, man, I should basically just almost rip off Bruno Mars. You know what I mean? Like, let me look up, where I can find a really nice jacket, and then and the whole crown thing came up because I was like, I mean, Philippines, they don't really have like kings and queens over there or anything, and it's funny, it came up when I was looking at like Facebook, it has those like memories and stuff, right?
Mhm.
I remember in APW, they had a Royal Rumble in the Cow Palace, right? It
Mhm.
was a huge freaking deal. And then the guy promoting it, he was starting to come up with monikers for people. And this was like years back before I came up with this like gimmick. He called me the Pinoy Prince, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And I looked, and then when I checked back on my memories and I saw that, I was like, Pinoy Prince, Pinoy Prince. And I decided to merge this kind of Pinoy Prince gimmick with Bruno Mars. And I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna be fancy, I need a freaking crown too. I might as well lean into this Pinoy Prince thing, and and then I was thinking, create this thing where I can really show that I'm representing my own people, because for me that's also a huge thing. The representation, seeing more Asians, seeing more Filipinos, like interesting, because I didn't get to see any heavyweight champions. Oh no, I can't say I haven't seen any heavyweight champions who were Filipino, because Batista was Filipino,
Yeah.
but there's still like a very small like percentage of them in the company, and I wanted to be, and it wasn't obvious that he was Filipino other than his flag, the flag on
Mhm.
his arm, his tattoo. But I really wanted it to be obvious, like, I'm Filipino. I'm here for my people. I'm here for you, and I'm gonna be everything that is, and just like you might see TJP, he's like the Phil Am Flash. I'm also Phil Am. I'm Filipino American, and I also still want to continue that representation of being Filipino American. So just like TJP, I'm just like a different version of that Filipino American,
Mhm.
and that's kind of where that's kind of where this character kind of like starts, is me, my people, my representation, and then myself, which is like the flashiness, the person who likes to spend money and likes to look nice and dress nice. um and yeah, just kind of like into just really diving into that culture, you know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, because I remember like Rich and I were talking, the first time we ever saw you, right away, what first threw me was like, the song, the entrance song you came out with. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen to that, and then the crown and jacket. And like, I know like Adam always talks about how, it's not the moves you do, the flips or whatever, it's how you present yourself, from,
Yes.
Bill, and you do it the best I've seen.
Dude, I'm telling you, that song is so over. Everyone loves it when they come out to that song, and I'm so happy. I had to. There was a. I had another song before that that I liked, but then it wasn't hitting as hard as I wanted to. It was like Caribbean Queen.
Mm.
But then now I've got Love Come Down with Evelyn Champagne King, and man, I think the inspiration behind that was I want to come out to something old school because I love like old school music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone comes out. It comes out to like some aggro music, you hear like hard rock, alternative,
Yeah, the generic rock
rap.
music.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like let the bodies hit the,
Or
whatever
Linkin
it might
Park or
be.
something.
And then I'm just like, you know what? I can still be taken seriously and come out to like a goofy song or like a fun song. So I was like, let me slow it down for everybody. Let me make sure the audience is
Yeah.
having fun. Let me come out to this song, Love Come Down, because I love this song. It reminds me of like a lot of the stuff my parents listen to and I like listen to on a regular. So I come out, I dance, all this. And the crowd's with it. And then, and then at some point I cut them off and I remind them I am a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's like I always tell people, even though because some promoters are like, oh, you're gonna come out to that song, but you're a heel, that everyone's all dancing to that song. I'm just like, it's like when Chris Jericho comes out to his song, like
Mm-hmm.
like everyone is singing his song, but when he comes into the ring, when everyone's singing the song in AEW, he comes in the ring, people will boo him. Like the audience will do what you want them to do if you can work it, but that doesn't mean they can't still have fun with you, like coming out there, So that's kind of where I'm at with like that song and that entrance. It's like cool. That's what I needed for my character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Rich and I were like in the back, and I remember I looked up and I'm like, "Is that Love Comes Down?" And he goes, "I think that is it." And then we look at the curtain, and I remember you're walking, you're doing your thing, and I'm like, "That's awesome." I was like, "That's different. I've never seen it," but it grabs your attention though, and I think that's what everyone.
Oh my god, yeah, it does. Yeah.
But yeah, I love it too. I love when you come out, and I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome," because the way you do it is just like I said, I haven't.